Hey Nerdmazing action figure collectors, it is going to be sunny days because I got here NECA's ultimate action figure of the Sesame Street edition of Bert here. And I have to say, my 80s inner child is just ecstatic to have this action figure. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now checking out the packaging first, here on the front, we have a great illustration of Bert showcasing his colorful bottle cap collection to a pigeon on a rooftop. And this is original illustration right here. We have the great Sesame Street logo right here with Bert in big letters here. This is volume 2, so this is the second release on this Sesame Street Ultimate Action Figure line from NECA. And it is featuring the letter A, as we can see. And flipping it onto the side, we have another illustration of Bert being very pragmatic, very serious, as we can see, on a number 2 block in red. We've got Bert again right here with the Sesame Street logo. And this is also going to be on the other side as well. And at the top, we have a Sesame Street logo, as you can see right here, as well as Bert and Ernie checking out a NECA book, as you can see. This is actually the same top used on the Ernie action figure. So I'm assuming this is going to be on all the upcoming Sesame Street action figures as well. And on the bottom, we have all the great people from NECA who made this action figure come to life, from the directors to the illustrators. This is really awesome, so props to them. And I'm so glad we switched to the bottom because I did not know this, but the eyebrows for Bert, as we can see, are interchangeable for both heads. So that's really good. So always make sure to check out the bottom. Sometimes they put information there. Now flipping into the back, we have great toy photography of Bert here, showcasing some of his accessories, that being that colorful bottle cap that we saw in the illustration, as well as some colorful paper clips to a pigeon right here. And definitely check out the Ernie action figure review I did, because we're seeing that accessory that comes with Ernie right here, so you want to check that out too. As well as get that figure as well. And you've got Bert here reading his boring stories, as well as Bert having a conversation with the pigeon, I'm assuming. So that's awesome. And like all NECA Ultimate action figures, it does come with a front opening with another great toy photography of Bert right here, showcasing his bottle cap collection. And we finally get to see the ultimate action figure of Bert right here, with the alternate heads, all of his great accessories, that letter A that he talks about, and some alternate hands. And right here in the back, a little bit of a backdrop illustration that we can see. We'll check out in a second. Now let's get Bert out of the packaging. Now we're not here for boxes. Starting off, we have this wonderful book that he gets right here. As we can see, it's got some scribbly nonsense inside, but it is his book of boring stories. Really nicely done. Even like it's got a little bit of wear and tear, as we can see right here at the bottom. Following that, we have Bert's wonderful collection of colored paper clips. I mean, I guess that's what he's really into. Honestly, I can't remember the whole Sesame Street storyline behind this, but if you don't, leave that in the comments. But I love the fact that it's in this nice box that has a closing lid, which has boy oh boy on it. And I really love the artwork that is done right on the top of there. It actually kind of looks like one of those collector cigar boxes, even though this is Bert. He does not smoke, so he wouldn't be doing any of that kind of stuff. But here's the sides. Got a nice little blue thing going around it. Nothing much on the bottom, but really nicely done. I like this piece. Following that, as we know, Bert has a great collection of colorful bottle caps that he has nicely displayed within this picture frame. I'm not sure how he holds it up, maybe it's tacky or what. Now the frame itself is pretty basic, in a nice brown, sitting behind the, I guess the, what would you call it, corkboard. But it's got a nice little dill where you can actually hold up and display, if need be, like an actual picture frame. And as we saw on the box art, he does come with a pigeon. This is a more realistic style versus the illustration version. He's got nicely textured feathers painted there as well, beaten orange. Really good kind of a head. Not too bad on this pigeon. I think Mike Tyson would be really proud of this one. And Bert does come with 2 sets of alternate hands. One set being grasping, holding hands, as we can see, kind of open up with the fingers splayed out. This will probably allow him to hold his book and his paperclip stuff and all the accessories that he comes with. And followed after that is his pointing hand, which are probably going to be used for directing dialogue, great for toy photography, especially if he's interacting with his buddy Ernie. And really like these as well, so great that they come with this. And for Bert's alternate head, he does have an open mouth, slightly smiling version, great for talking poses, as well as kind of a expressive shock, one might say, as close as the shock that Bert can achieve, but really nicely done. And just so you know, this part, his eyebrows do come off interchangeable with the other set that he has on the main body, which we'll see in a second. But nicely done overall. And the Sesame Street line is coming with these great, wonderful, I don't know, talking letters that, again, you saw them all the time in Sesame Street. And this one, we get I believe Ernie, we got the C version. So this is really nice. And I like the expression that they put on this figure right here, or this accessory. I'm not sure. It's actually kind of a standalone piece. I have a funny feeling that the other two releases are going to have an N and a C, so we can just spell out NECA. And before I forget, this is the illustrative backdrop piece that comes with this Bert action figure that you can use for toy photography, or simply just to display the action figure in itself. Really nicely done. It's in the same illustrative style that you see on the packaging. And I'm very excited to check out some of the details on this Bert action figure now. Let's start out with the head. The default head that he comes with has that stern look, closed mouth style, as we can see right here where we have the open mouth that we saw in the accessory portion. So, which is quintessential Bert. I mean, for Pete's sake, he's almost like the opposite of Ernie, who is carefree, while Bert is more reserved, is the introvert. They're actually like the perfect odd couple. This one comes with the straight eyebrows, with the other one that we saw has a more curved style, giving a more happier look, where this is more stern, more concerned, almost kind of, Ernie, what have you done now? He's got his trademark spiky little black hair right here in soft plastic, and if it pops out, which it can, you can easily just put it back like so. He has a classic yellow skin tone throughout, as well as his big orange nose, and there is that kind of foam texture throughout the skin portion. And if you look real closely, there's texture to the nose and the skin, giving it that puppetry look from the Sesame Street deal. We're seeing that throughout this line. He's got those tiny little ears off to the side. Again, this is just the quintessential look for Bert here. And I love how he's rocking that clean-cut white turtleneck. All pristine, all clean. While Ernie would have this dirty in seconds, he just keeps his, clothing game on point. Where Ernie would have horizontal stripes, my man here, Bert, is rocking those vertical stripes, as we can see throughout, with a red, blue, and a little bit of a yellow greenish kind of style going on throughout. Not bad, not bad. It's a nice soft plastic right here in the middle section, hard plastic right here, and I love the fact that there is a little bit of texture pull, as we can see, a little bunching up, especially here in the back. So that's really nice. And then going down lower, he's got his nice dockers throughout, really dark brown kind of a color. And I love the fact there's just really a lot of texture pull, a lot of wrinkles. I mean, really great attention to details on the leg sculpt here. Really nice. There's even a little bit of a fabric texture going on as well. So they did a great touch here. And then moving down to the feet. I'm kind of jealous because I actually really like these shoes. They're really nice looking. To me, they have a kind of a nice white cream color throughout, with a blue overlay up here at the top. Then you get these nice metallic painted grommets where his shoelaces get tied into. Great leather trim right here, kind of a deal at the bottom of the heel. And I never noticed that Bert here rocks red socks, so nice. And I have to say, NECA just nailed it on the details on this Ernie action figure. So far, I see nothing wrong, and I am super impressed with what I'm holding right now. Now let's check out how well Bert here articulates. Now, if this Sesame Street Bert review is putting a smile on your face, consider hitting that like button. It's gonna make my day, it's gonna make Bert's day, plus it'll help the YouTube algorithm push this episode out for others to check this figure out. And drop your comments below about this Bert figure, or anything else, because I really love talking with you all about action figures here on Nerdmazing. Starting off with the head articulation, it's a nice 360 around, and we definitely get some great side-to-side action. He sometimes be on a ball joint, so great range of motion throughout. Really impressed. Very smooth, as you can see. And he does do a really good T-motion right here at the arms. Great 360, as we can tell. Really nice there. Single jointed elbow bend, which really, you can actually he can do a great face palm deal, which is going to be great for toy photography, I think. Especially when you're doing shots of Ernie and Bert together. with Bert having to deal with Ernie's antics. Here at the wrist, nice 360. The point inwards and point outwards, really smooth. I mean, so far, top-notch articulation on this figure. Let's move his arms up. Here at the torso, smooth like butter 360. Got a little bit of side to side, bit of restriction due to the clothing. Crunch forward, not much as we can tell. Crunch backwards, very little there too. But so far, you do get a range of motion right there at the ball joint, but again, restricted due to the clothing. Splits, not bad, pretty good actually. Kick forward, kick backwards, not too bad. See, oh, really good rotation here at the hips. That's nice. All right, let's check out the knee joint. Again, single, but really good. That's nice. And a joint that turns around there at the knee, really good. Feet, kind of point downwards. Kind of just really go back. There's restriction right here at the cuff. Feet, rock back, or ankle rock right here. Not too bad. I think we just saw a little bit of red paint chip. But overall, really good. They do have the peg holes, so that's going to be great to use for stabilization on some fun action poses. But overall, I mean, he articulates fantastic and pretty smooth, at least my version. So that's awesome. Love that about this action figure as well. Great articulation. And this Bert here stands just at 7 inches tall. And he's about half a head taller than his buddy Ernie is. Man, how cool is the Sesame Street line from NECA? They are just doing a bang up job on this whole Ultimate Collection line. And I'm really glad I have Bert here. I'm really glad I have Ernie. Pretty soon, the count is coming out. So look forward to getting that one and showcasing it to you. And if you're enjoying the Sesame Street line, please, you gotta check out the Ernie action figure I reviewed right here. That way you're gonna know all about everything that goes on with that little Ernie action figure. He's the first, Bert here's the second, Count's gonna be the third. But you know, NECA is just hitting this thing out of the park, and it's definitely a line you have to get. Bert you have to get, for sure. Ernie you're gonna have to get, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to collect the whole Sesame Street line, especially if you're a kid of the 80s and you just grew up watching Sesame Street. Well, this is Adam with Nerdmazing, and I'll see you next time.